Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Pyre Community RITE Night, which means of course some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the best place for all things multiplayer Pyre, and you can join said Discord group by clicking on that link right there. But those of you in chat, you are not off the hook, no, because you can check out the red circle with the white L below chat. You click on that and you'll find all the various requests that you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players' exiles, mastery, songs, arenas, even Titan Stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's hop into versus mode here, set ourselves back to our defaults. I'll hop into Discord. There we are. Alright, and let me know if there's anyone who would like to get us started today, or if there's anything we would like to do setup-wise for our first match. Alright. Let's see. Oh, also, this is a minor thing, I suppose, but I know I had said, a week or two ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, that there probably wouldn't be any future additions to the list of archetypes because it seemed like we kind of had all the bases covered. I did actually come up with one more to add to the list, and although that would have been number 34 on the list, I basically took that as an opportunity to remove one of the ones that I think just didn't really make a lot of sense, because it was just kind of incompatible with the other types of archetypes. So it's still have a note for it. Theoretically, we could bring it back if we wanted to, but that one of them has been removed from the rotation. I think it was alongside maybe one other, the sort of odd archetypes out. Meanwhile, one new one has been added. Just as a little heads up. But yeah, let me know if there's anyone who would like to get us started today. Or if there's anything setup-wise we'd like to do. I did make a point of restarting Steam before we started today to see if there were any updates, and I did get one. So, heads up. If anyone else has not recently checked for any Steam updates, you might have one too, in which case you probably will need that before we get you in. Let me know if anyone is interested in getting in here. What's up, Lilac? Did we have it? Let me just see. Almost said, let me restart Swim? Not sure how Steam turns into Swim, but I take that to mean maybe Lilac is looking to get in on the action soon, so that would be one player. Let me know if there's anyone who'd like to face off against Lilac here. Looks like you're good? Alright. Yeah, I don't know, maybe the update was actually from a few days ago. I just checked a little while before starting the stream, and I did in fact have an update. But you guys may have already had it a little while back, depending on how regularly you update your Steam.
Hold on, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, I assume that you read my earlier chat messages?
I think so.
About me saving a wallet?
Yeah. Wasn't really sure. Something about, saving a wallet from infants? What the heck?
So we opened the glove box today, and there were a bunch of infant mice in the glove box.
Oh, a different kind of infant. Okay.
And so we had a wallet in there, and it was like, we need to get the wallet out of there so it doesn't get chewed up by mice.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was heroic and fished it out.
Well done.
Those things are like the size of my thumb. The mice.
Oh, well, I guess if they are infant mice, then yeah, especially. I don't know what you call a small mouse. Is that technically the correct term? Infant mouse?
No, I am merely calling them that for flair. I do not actually. I guess just mouselings.
I honestly don't know. A mousehold, perhaps?
That's the name of a Pokemon.
I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, well, are you interested in getting in here, Lilac?
I am.
All
Why
right.
else would I be in the
Oh, I
voice
sent you
chat?
an invite already. What am I saying? We are looking for someone else. They're called pups, apparently. I feel like in a vacuum, if you said the word pups, I would definitely assume that you were referring to dogs.
The more you know.
The more you know. Then what is it, donkeys or something like that? Their children are called kids, which, again, out of context, could be very confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, do we have anyone else who'd like to jump in against... Are you actually in at the moment, Lilac?
I am.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, we need one more here to face off against Lilac. Murph is good to play now. Alright, Murph. Happy to get you in that case. Let's see. Invite should be on its way for you. Let me, while I'm at it,
Hello.
enable
Hello.
Lilac's controls. Hey Murph, how's it going?
Doing alright.
Alright. Let
And
me
my
know
mic stand
which...
does not fall off my desk today like it was doing yesterday.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it's like affixed onto my desk, but I spilled something on my desk yesterday, so I took it off, and then I didn't attach it back on well enough, so it kept falling off all day.
Oh dear.
But it stayed overnight, so I think maybe it's good now.
Fingers
I would hope
crossed.
So.
If you hear a loud crash from my mic,
I was gonna say.
probably guess what happened.
Alright, well let me know which teams...
Let's hope it does not come to that.
Yeah. Which triumvirates would you two like to be today?
I will be the dissidents.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Nightwings.
I
Alright.
want to see if our friend Chewing Dragon comes out of the woodwork.
I think I saw him at the beginning. At least in chat. Ooh. Hold on. One moment while I do every type of misclick. Oh my goodness. And Butcher's spelling. It's okay. I hadn't revealed the spelling yet, so you didn't see how horribly I just attempted to type both of their names in.
Now I want to know.
I don't even
please
remember.
indulge us.
Some characters that weren't even letters found their way in there somehow. Alright, so not seeing any requests from chat at the moment, so maybe we'll keep things simple, at least at the beginning here. So let's get started.
Or maybe not.
Oh? Okay, I mean, you said that, but I'm not seeing anything.
That's because my browser is freezing for a second.
I was gonna say, it
Give me
really
just a
sounded
second.
like you were about to request something, and then I didn't see it pop up. Might it be something that rhymes with goat and starts with a B?
No.
No, okay.
Definitely not.
Instead, it rhymes with bulk and starts with an H.
Maybe.
Alright. Well, let's jump in then. Some Murph and Lilac action here for our first rites.
Exiles. You heed the summons to the Hulk of Ores. You have this opportunity to prove your worth. Prevail and earn the favor of the scribes. Prepare yourselves, Nightwings. Dissidents, stand ready. Now we shall get started.
Alright, so we are on the boat, but otherwise your team composition is all up to you. Of course, what with this being the boat, there is always the temptation to select characters who tend to benefit most from that chaotic boat magic, and demons are oftentimes near the top of that list. That is a Tailwind Crest for the extra quickness on Jodariel for Murph's selection in the first spot. Where's Lilac?
By the way, I hope this is not annoying. It is just that Twitch broke for me a little while ago. I gotta ask, Lids, did you present the Right Night slander reel?
No, I did see it though. I did watch it earlier today.
I hope you were a fan.
Wait, who was it who made? I thought it was
Murph.
Lacoste,
It was Murph.
Wait, was it Murph who made it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well done, Murph.
Thanks.
I'm glad that so many things that were associated with me made the cut.
What did you use
Your
to
clone
make it?
character. I downloaded CapCut on my phone.
Oh. I don't even know what that is.
So I asked ChatGPT how to make it. Basically, I was like, "What can I use to make this idea that has formed in my head?" And it was like, "Well, you could download these 10 things." And then I just picked the first one.
Well, I
Pick a
mean,
number.
seems like it worked out.
Why not?
Demon.
Alright, that is a second demon for Murph, that time with the extra starting Pyre life. Was the Kerfang on Orlek in the first spot for Lilac, so all demons thus far. That trend continues, with an exploding Jodariel.
I love how we describe any character with that talisman as exploding.
I mean, how else would you describe it, though? I mean, that's exactly what happens.
That is what they do.
You're
Man, I
not
used that
wrong.
talisman in the campaign. I did like a All Titan Stars True Nightwings run a week or two ago,
Oh my.
and
Did
like
you win?
at level, I pretty much won. I lost to Iggy in the first Liberation right, but I won like all the other relevant rights at least.
Mm-hmm.
But the Vengeful Vow, it like not fully leveled up. The explosion is so tiny.
Oh.
I tried to put it on the worm to like trade. and
Yeah.
he would just die.
Yeah, we
Because
just take it
all
for
my opponents had
granted.
+8 presence.
It's more like sneezing exile.
What? We just take the max rank on all the talismans for granted on multiplayer, but that's right. I mean, that is a legitimate factor in the campaign. Might not be nearly as effective as we're used to the talismans being in multiplayer. I am very surprised that that throw did not banish anyone. It somehow went right past them. But here is a 30 damage plunge for Lilac.
Now to the flame.
Lilac now with Jody. Orlek banished, so it's just her right now. Just does a little bit of hopscotch, one puddle to the next, and it does work out here.
Imagine Pyre, but it's all boat.
I mean, it's definitely happened before. Or at least for the majority of a few Rite Nites.
Now go.
Ooh, there's a little bit of beneficial boat magic for Murph.
Into the adversary's flame.
Similar situation there for Lilac. That time it was Curfang on Orlek, so 33 damage. And now no Orlek in this round. Again, a lot of these jumps where the demon lands and then just has a little slide after the fact. Not on that occasion, though. That was just pure airtime.
Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Indeed.
The orb.
Oh, Murph. Instead goes for the throw here. That one from Orlek, so just 25.
Ouch. Why, that was
Oh.
all of them.
Everyone goes down except for Viz Paulette. Boat magic actually might have been detrimental on that occasion. Helped give Murph a little more time to get a defender back. Just in the nick of time at that. Now Lilac slows the tempo a bit, gets an extra reinforcement, but loses Viz Paulette. Lilac first back to the orb, and Murph seemingly had a defender there, but just for whatever reason, the aura did not come back in time to get the banishment. So Lilac plunges. Now Murph looking to answer quickly, but gets dispossessed there. Knocked back by the demon jump. A little far away when it happened, but it was just close enough to dispossess Murph. Lilac, Jody, blocked, vanished, and now Murph with no one to stop him.
A true aimed thrust.
It's a 25 damage throw from Orlek. Oh, speaking of surprising defensive plays where the defender doesn't seem to be close enough to stun the attacker, but it's now happened to both players. And in doing so, probably prevented what would have been 2 scores. Whoa, that was quite the slide there. But that's okay, Murph gets it back, and now he's the one scoring with a 25 damage throw. It's a little bit of unconventional stuff here. I mean, sure, you never know what you're going to get with the boat magic, but it's not the type of boat magic we see most often, at least it feels like.
Why, that was all.
This has a little bit of a different flavor today. Oh, well, there's some airtime for Murph.
Oh, okay.
Murph has been getting a lot of these scores with Orlek, and you see now Lilac down to 15 Pyre life. If those various scores were with a full damage demon, then that would have probably been enough for Murph. Now he still needs one more score, but will this be it? Yes, it will. GG.
The Nightwings prevail.
Well played, you two.
Their adversaries confidently thwarted. Thus end this night's proceedings.
All right, well, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. Otherwise, we'll just set ourselves back here, turn off the sermon intro. Of course, if we do not have anything in particular in mind, we can always just leave it up to the players. They can take whatever they want. I don't know how to react to... Okay, that's how I know how to react. I was gonna say, I heard the click, 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 but I didn't see anything popping up. Alright, it is customized off from Lilac, so randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans. Won't even get to see what those things are in advance, just gonna get thrown straight into the action. So let's get going.
The Night Wings.
Alright, it's Nest of Trieste, and for Murph, it's a Crone and 2 Nomads. For Lilac, it is a Cur and Imp and 1 Nomad. Here is Murph checking for the Crone Salute. Didn't appear to have it. Oh, can Singularity on Rookie. We know that much. Here he is. Lilac has at least 2 jumps and has Glory Dive for the extra damage as well, so at least a little bit of a mix between left and right side masteries on Rookie. Know a fair bit about him. In that case, we obviously see Lilac has portals from Raji. Does not look like they are super portals. Oh, everyone down on Lilac's side. That means time for Murph, and does have Leech. Ooh, cut that throw slightly short there, but does still get the full Leech value. And that tells us that... Which Nomad was that? Was that Lendl? Is all the way down on the left side. Lucky Break on Rookie. Oh, with the Can Singularity. That's actually it's a pretty nifty combo there. It does work. Kerfang, we now learn. That was on Lendl or Murph. So extra reason to try to plunge with him. But it does, of course, mean that he is now gone in this round. Ring around the Rosie, but Murph picks it up. Doesn't have time to get the throw off, though. In fact, for a brief moment there, was defenseless. Udmilda has returned. Black Heart on Headwind. That is not what Murph wanted to see. Opportunity here for Rookie. He'll plunge for 20. Does mean he's gone now in this round, though. Headwind for Murph. Makes a move, but goes down. Now Lendl for Lilac. All by himself at the moment. Down he goes. Murph did get Headwind in Howler form, but doesn't matter here as he gets 30 damage plus 15 Leech. Murph has a lot of Leech setup here. At least 2 characters who are leeching back 50% of the damage that they deal. That has already been a fairly big factor, and with that plunge,
GG.
Murph takes the win. GG.
Was as though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
Alright, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. That one was Customize Off. And some half-decent teams there. I mean, yes, sure, there was the Cursed Talisman on Murph's side, although it didn't prove to be a huge factor there. Other than that, though, seemed like a pretty decent setup. Not seeing anything request-wise at the moment, though. As I was saying, if we don't have anything we're looking for here, we can always leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. That is also an option. And seeing no requests here, so why don't we get this next one started?
The Night Wings versus the Dissidents.
Alright, the Pit of Malith.
Welcome.
And no requests from chat.
Who shall conduct the rites?
So everything up to the players here. Murph goes Power Casting Lendl as his lead. Kerfang on Pamitha in the lead spot for Lilac. Murph with 2 Nomads is almost recreating the team that he just had from that customized off match, except obviously did not opt for the Cursed Talisman. Speedy Ignarius. That's Lilac's second selection now. If Murph were to go with the same team he did last time, it would be a Crone in the last spot. Instead goes Infernal Bloom on Snadra. Don't see that one very often. It is a triple Nomad team
Infernal
voluntarily.
Infernal Boom is a good word for it.
Last choice here for Lilac, and it's Leech on a high rekindling Palmus. So here we go. Teams all just based on what the players selected. And it's Murph getting us started. That with a 20 damage Nomad Plunge. Everything obviously is going to be Nomad themed here for Murph. And the Goals Bracer means could very well prove to be a big factor for him, helping to set up this uncontested throwing opportunity, setting up a 20 damage score from that. Now it's Iggy for Lilac. He's shoulder smashed, so down he goes. That means another chance here for Murph to throw this one in. It's another round of 20 damage. Another shoulder smash. Lendl blocked here, and then Cass deflected back at him. But on the second attempt with Snadra, she banishes the defenders and jumps in here for 20. Means now no Snadra for Murph in this round though. Down goes Headwind. Lendl though able to shoulder smash the would-be attacker, and then also Cass to get rid of the last defender there, although Pamitha returns. She gets shoulder smashed. Murph getting some big value out of that mastery. Lots of banishments here of many varieties. The question is, of course, can Murph find enough time to get some scores in? Somehow he throws that in from halfway across the arena as he gets pushed just after releasing the throw. Had to cut it short, but I'm pretty sure he'll take that one. Unlike this one, which is a lot more straightforward. That one for the full 20. Here's the Infernal Bloom. Pamitha returns for Lilac and bullies Snadra a bit. She goes down again, but at least buys enough time for Ignarius to make his return alongside Palmus. Now just Pamitha once again. She's shoulder smashed once again. Murph with a very quick throw there, just 6 damage, although that is still significant, because it does drop Lilac down below 20, meaning that Murph is capable now of dealing enough damage to at least trigger Lilac's rekindling. But remember, there's an awful lot of it. It is 50, so still far from done with this match. Snadra waits patiently. The Infernal Bloom took out the sapling? Did I just see that correctly?
Wait, really? I was not paying attention.
I think it might have.
It definitely went away.
Lilac, do you have the sapling showing up when Palmus goes down?
like once?
I mean, if so, then it also just happened again. Like, you know the mastery that automatically puts your sapling down when you lose your sap? Yeah, Infernal Bloom has gotten rid of the sapling multiple times now.
I wonder if just like the cast can do it as well. I think it can. So like the gigantic.
Well, usually it would deflect the casts the same way that a sap shield would.
If it like spawns inside the cast aura though, from like a giant cast like this, I don't know.
I don't know. We may need to test
Yeah,
this.
see, like it killed it there. That was Gold's Bracer. But it's just like if
Oh,
it spawns in the cast aura,
so like it might not be
it's
immune
just like
to
a
damage
normal
at the very
sapling where you can
beginning.
Kill it at the very start. Yeah.
Yeah. So any cast technically could do it. As you were saying, the Gold's Bracer did it. Just Infernal Bloom might be an easier way to set it up oftentimes.
Didn't see it
Like, it didn't do it there, despite banishing some characters who were close to it. That was probably because the sapling was already down for a little bit. That's interesting. Taylor says sapling has a startup delay before it self-shield, before that shield comes up. This is a known thing. Okay. Wasn't sure if we were making a meaningful discovery there. Just a little niche.
Indeed.
Technically, no. Ooh, big defensive play there from Lilac. As that could have been the deciding score for Murph. Now Lilac trying to find a way through with Pamitha, and with all the shoulder smash, that has been a very difficult thing to do. There's another time. Banish the sapling. Just never took particular notice of that before. More shoulder smashes. Ametha. Patient. Ultimately gives it up to Ignarius.
Zap. No sign of
She
the
gets
dissidents
cornered.
for now.
Now that means time here for Murph, and with that score,
It is done.
he emerges
The Night
victorious.
Wings prevail. And what a crushing victory it was.
GG.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played, you two. Alright, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
But let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. That one was just the players taking whatever they wanted. And of course, if we don't have anything in particular we're looking for here, we can do more of that. That is always an option. Oh, now Murph, turning the customize back off.
You want to see if you're gonna get another OP build?
I mean, he did get a cursed talisman. Besides the cursed talisman, it was pretty good
I
last
did have
time.
Leech on a Crone, which is pretty good.
We could still do a song or an arena if either of those things are of interest. Otherwise, customize off does account
Oh, I
for
got
a lot
one.
of things.
I got one.
Oh, do you now? Oh, okay.
I heard
Mixing up. a little
4 keystrokes, and I thought it was gonna be boat.
bit. Murph was counting.
Merv! Merv! You...
I don't know. Lilac throws the occasional G into the boat request, so
Oh,
I'm not sure you can necessarily bet on 4 keystrokes meaning boat. But this time, it is the Isle of
mean-
Kalamer.
You haven't heard of the Bogut?
I have.
Good.
All right, let's get this one started.
You all should be well aware of the Bogut by now.
The Night
No,
Wings
there will be imps
shall now
of the
face
arena variety, but for the characters, so it's a lot of demons. Alongside a savage for Murph, and then on Lilac's side, it's a crone, a savage, and a worm. And it looks like all those demons are normal demons, no Orlek in play here. Infernal Bloom again for Murph, this time on a Savage, though. Luminous Idol, was that on Vids for Murph? Oh! Okay. I mean, can't really call it Infinite Worm, it's just a single worm, but did catch my attention nonetheless. Yeah, Luminous Idol on Vids for Murph. Putting that to good use here, setting up a 30 damage plunge. Of course means no prayer beads, though. Fairy Spirit on, was that Ignarius? Must have been, right? There is an Easter egg.
Glory to the scribes.
Smurf plunges here with the finger guns for 30 damage. The Easter egg is still there. Murph picks it up and doesn't use it. Come on, Murph. You can't do that.
That's illegal.
That is illegal. Can't get our hopes up like that. Only to let us down.
I'm
There it is.
disappointed in you, Murph.
He got it! He used it! He's zooming! That's what the Fairy Spirit is for. That's why we get the Easter eggs.
You've redeemed yourself, Murph.
Well, meanwhile, Lilac plunges
That is
here
one of
for
the-
15.
that is one of
Also,
the
Murph has
fastest
170
worms
Pyre
I've
life to
ever
start things
seen.
off with.
Yeah, something's up with this worm's speed.
The Easter egg! The Easter egg! Murph, the Easter egg!
Murph! Murph!
It was worth it. It was necessary.
How
It had to be done.
could you? How could you, Murph?
United in banishment.
Oh no!
Almost.
Savage salute eject!
And it is
And there it is. GG.
The Nightwings prevailed. They overwhelmed their adversaries utterly.
Well played, you two.
My other demon had,
The
or
night
Fairy Spirit.
is complete.
Wait, Murph, you've gotten double of a given class on both of these customized offs, I'm now realizing, right? Wasn't it? It was double Nomad, and then it was double Demon on this one?
Yeah.
Until the stars align.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Has Murph secretly been behind all of the customized offs? Ever? Pay no mind to the man behind the curtain.
Alright, it's time to do something a bit different.
Oh. Is it now?
It is.
Hmm? Ah, okay.
I bet you thought I was gonna say boat, didn't you?
I was expecting more of a pick a number type of situation or something else, potentially equally devious.
I'm wounded. I'm wounded that
Okay.
you would assume such of me.
Lilac says archetypes, so we can certainly roll those. As I was mentioning earlier, in case you guys...
Imagine if I get chaos again.
As I was mentioning earlier, though, I did actually swap out one of what I think was the archetype that made the least sense and replaced it with a new one. So there's a slight change.
Out?
Which one did I swap out? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Wait, which one's gone?
I
now?
swapped out Achilles' heel, which was create a strong team with a major weakness. Because that one I thought was just too open-ended and also too arbitrary. Because if you really wanted to, you could just take a crazy overpowered team and give some lame excuses to why you thought it had a major weakness, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose of it. So just didn't quite feel like it was as structured as some of the other ones. Didn't quite have the right balance as I meanwhile headbutt the microphone.
I'm sorry?
What, did you not hear that? Oh, maybe it didn't go through.
Barely.
Worried to headbutt my microphone. I'll try not to do that.
I mean, sometimes you just have to put your microphone in its place, right?
I mean,
Okay, that was not an invitation for everyone to headbutt their
I
microphone.
endured enough yesterday.
Alright, I have rolled an archetype for Murph. Let me send you one. Let me... Stop headbutting your microphone!
Make me.
This will be lilacs. 1 sec. Let me send you this. Okay, so as a reminder, the archetypes are basically guidelines, certain ways for... Oh, as we get Knights of the Sea. They're basically guidelines for the players' teams, so giving them some structure to either set up in a certain way or play the match in a certain way, with still some flexibility to execute the way that they see fit. And then I have DM'd them their archetype, so only they know, their opponent does not know what they are about to do. So let's get this match started. Let's see where we end up. We'll see how the players approach these archetypes. Oh!
Night wings
I guess I know it does this
Yes!
sometimes. Oh, but it's bow.
Oh.
I'll still
Who shall conduct the
try it.
rites?
Oh, I don't remember.
And let me know, you guys can DM me if you have any questions about how your team works.
When my main guy dies on bow on the left side, who do I switch to? I switch to right side guy?
I always forget.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
the
it's
best person to
different.
answer that question.
I think you switch to
I-
right side guy because it feels like it's not the guy that's far away.
I cannot remember.
So as a reminder, there are hopefully several ways in which the players can build their teams and approach their archetypes, and it should be a major component of how you guys perform, how you set up for this rite. But you don't necessarily need to go 100% every conceivable way all in on your archetype. It should be an important factor, though.
Yeah, I don't know on boat how well I can push my archetype. I feel like it's just not gonna work that well. But I'll try. I think
We
on a
shall
regular
see.
map, the team I'm gonna pick would do it okay.
Yeah, some archetypes are definitely more affected by arena than others. Or at least may affect how you construct your team. Alright, it is Kerfang on Orlek for Lilac. Murph led with Tizo. Now goes Exploding Deluge. Lilac takes some leech on Jody in the second spot. And this is where, usually on the third exile, is where I remind people, you don't necessarily need to go all in on your archetype, as I was saying before, but if you feel like you've
Yeah.
sufficiently set yourself up.
I'm not hard stuck because of the archetype. I'd usually take Scribe Rock here, but that's not going to make any difference against two demons. So now I've been taken outside my preparation.
Alright, Ashen Coal on Snadra. That is Murph's final choice. Lilac thus far with 2 demons. With a speedy Vispalette, make it 3. So here we go, an archetypes match. Both players with their random archetypes. Ooh, clever stunning claim setup there from Murph. For a brief moment, meant that Tizo was the only one able to move. Didn't make it far enough to score from that. But now everyone is down on Lilac's team, and with all those demons means it takes a long time for them to come back from banishment, though Jody came back just in time to get a stop there. But Snadra respawns close to Lilac's Pyre. Lilac, though, unfazed. Murph with the banishment. Has the portal relatively close to Lilac's power. Now closer still to Lilac's Pyre. Lots of exiles Murph can bring back, and here they are. Gets the banishment, and Snadra gets the orb back very close to Lilac's Pyre, setting up a 20 damage score. That's quite the airtime there from Oralek. But with that freeze effect from the stunning claim, Murph once again gets close. Not quite close enough. And instead it's Lilac, plunging for 33 with Oralek. Means no Oralek in this round, though. There's a stunning claim once again. That time Murph a little slower to get the banishment he was looking for. It's enough to get him halfway across the arena, but not enough to score off of that, at least not directly.
Sandra didn't see that coming.
Meanwhile, Murph takes the orb back there, plunges in for 25 with his imp. Now that means Murph is without Tizo. Shoulder smash from Snadra, and then gets another banishment along the way, but then moonwalks back toward the Pyre, and then Deluge gets sent in the opposite direction. Murph is flying all over the place right now. And then Lilac tried to take that opportunity to squeeze in a Brazen Manor, and Murph said absolutely not.
Well, now that was exciting.
And then Murph finishes the round with a 15 damage throw. Quite the round there. Only see that kind of action on the boat. And here is the stunning claim, and this was closer to, I think, what Murph had in mind with his setup. But instead it's Lilac bouncing back with the 30 damage plunge. Again, when Murph sets this up, it's just close, but not quite close enough. And that time he accidentally brought back his imp already at the time when he used the stunning claim, so everyone was frozen. Although has an opening here with Tizo. In fact, has enough time to charge up a full damage throw, and that means one more score could be all that Murph needs here. I do think we saw Lilac take some leech on one of the demons, but here's Murph with the combo, and this time it works.
The Night Wings prevail.
I did
GG.
the thing I actually was trying to once, because I couldn't actually get in my portal.
I just think it's fitting that the time when you set that up for an actual score was the final score of the match.
Yeah. I wasn't really trying to score off the initial stun. I was trying to get a really forward portal and then go through portal and use Bottled Void to take the orb back again.
Ah,
But
okay.
I couldn't get through the portal because the portal on boat spawns on a spot that's like weird.
Mm.
And I
Well-
couldn't see it because it takes the camera all the way to the other side of the map.
Well, that was an archetypes match. You guys are welcome to share what your archetypes were if you'd like.
Mine
Until the
was
next rite.
big hitter. Emphasize attacking with high damage scores, which I didn't really get to do very much.
I mean, you had an all-demon team on the boat, which, I mean, could have been mistaken for just a standard boat match on your end, probably. But
I had high press, which meant I had to aggressively pursue my opponent to win back the orb close to their pyre and facilitate easy scores.
Well done. Alright, set ourselves back here, but let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. That was a randomly rolled archetype match. But of course, if we do not have anything in particular we want to see here, we can always leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. That remains an option as well, but Murph says, nah. Enough about that. Third time's the charm. He's had a lot of luck with the customize off thus far. Well, actually, third time's charm. Does that mean for Lilac this time? Surely Murph cannot keep getting away with this, right?
Right.
Well,
Truly.
we're about to find out.
The night wings.
We're back at the Imp Arena.
The dissidents.
Ashen Coal on a Savage, then a Worm and a Harp for Murph.
Now begin.
Then it's a Demon, a Savage, and a Sap for Lilac. It's Iggy right now. Gets blocked, but then banishes 2 out of 3 defenders. Make that 3 out of 3.
Oh,
Iggy. Down he goes. But then Gareth picks up where he left off, plunging in for 20, but we did see Murph have an extra 30 starting Pyre Life from one of his talismans. One of those rare times when you actually know right off the bat what one of the talismans is in a customized off match. Murph's throw, I think he got knocked back slightly, so it was not going to have enough range on it to land there. Just back with Lilac. Although Murph got it back and still had his worm hanging out there. So that's a quick 15 damage plunge. All Murph for Murph. And threads his way through the defenders with a leap into the pyre for 20 damage. Now Ulmer is gone in this round. Iggy. Blocked here. Knocks back the defender. That sets up the finger gun score.
that's it.
Lilac with a stop there. Garrett. Suddenly by himself. Well, that's everyone down, but that also activates the numbing gust, preventing Murph from throwing in ups to plunge rather than wait. Get the sure thing, even if that means no Ulmer in this round. Iggy goes down now. Zoxiana for Murph. Banished here. Lilac, patient here with Gareth. Trying to hide within the relative safety of 2 large allied auras, and thus far it has been working. Iggy alongside Gareth, both down here. A little more room for Murph to maneuver, but still loses Zoxiana in that exchange. Now it's Gareth. He's banished. Lady River, one side, Zoxiana the other. They both go down, though. That does bring back Lady River with infinite stamina. And Murph speeds through with a 13 damage throw here. And this time just goes straight in. 15 damage, and with that means 1 score might be all that Murph needs. Lilac does have a sap, but we saw the numbing gust, which means there's no rekindling. So that plunge will do the trick.
They vastly outperformed their adversaries.
GG.
The rite is done.
Well played, you two. Alright. Let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And let us know, chat, if there is anything you guys would like to see for the next one. Otherwise, at the very least, we'll turn Customize back on.
I've got an idea. I'm not sure. Okay, how do I pull this off?
Sounds dangerous.
Don't worry.
What are you talking about? I'm definitely not sweating.
Makes me worry.
The more I hear the tippity tapping on the keyboard, the more nervous I become. Unless... is that just a tease?
No, I'm thinking. Give me a second.
Such suspense.
What was that noise?
What noise? All I can hear is your vigorous typing away on your keyboard. Now I'm just wondering how many paragraphs this is going to be. And your hesitation is just making me think that you are now counting the number of paragraphs. Okay, here it is.
If this is not balanced, we can negotiate it.
Okay. Well, it's listed as a Titan Stars request. Let's see. Lilac says one player has Customize off, but can choose up to 4 Titan Stars. The other person chooses whatever exiles they want, but has up to 4 masteries total. Okay. So that technically means what? Titan Stars benefit Lilac and make things more challenging for Murph. So that would mean Lilac has Customize off? Then Murph, you only have 4 masteries total across your whole team?
Okay, interesting.
Who is choosing the Titan Stars?
Good question.
I don't know.
So I think
Shall we
that
do a
is
coin
significant.
Each pick 2.
You
Okay.
could split them half and half,
Okay.
that's true.
That sounds good.
Alright, we'll do that then.
The Titan
Alright,
Stars.
which Titan Stars will we have here? There are definitely some that are more significant than others. You would think, since the Titan Stars benefit Lilac and make things more challenging for Murph, Lilac would be seeking the more powerful Titan Stars and the opposite for Murph. But as for what they deem to be the more powerful or the weaker Titan Stars, that remains to be seen.
Give me a Shack 6 shoulders.
Shack's 6
Murph?
shoulders.
Volunteers for Shacks.
Oh, what were those?
Lilac said
These are mine.
It's the leech one and the
Leech,
35.
and Murph, you start with 30 less Pyre life.
What? I should know these since I just did a run with all of them. What does the Tattered Mantle do? Who? I mean,
I could. Right, I forgot. Murph, you can't move around here. I'll just scroll over them.
I mean, I think I know the rest of them.
Let me guess, you're gonna pick the brain cell.
I'm not. What I'm considering is taking off Shaq's 6 shoulders, though, and doing a fun.
Jack 6 shoulders.
Should give him +8 presence.
How thoughtful of you.
Lord Gadroth.
Okay. Do you want Shax, or are you considering
Yeah,
changing
we'll
that?
Keep Shaq's.
Keep it?
Also, I think we got Glade of Lou.
Is there a way to know already?
Right down here.
Oh, wait, what? I'm really curious to see if that's right. I never noticed that. That's cool.
Oh, shot.
Alright, let's see. So remember, it is 4 masteries total
The Night
on Murph's
Wings
side.
shall
I was
It is
right.
Glade of Lou.
the dissidents.
We have 4 Titan Stars that are helping Lilac, but Lilac has customized turned off, so how all this stuff balances out, that remains to be seen, and still some tough decisions to be made here for Murph. How does one allocate a very limited number of masteries? You could go all in on a single exile, and then you can use that character normally, but everyone else in that case has nothing. Or do you spread them out? Tough choices to be
Kinda have
made
think
here.
about like my whole team at once before I pick anything now.
Oh, we also may or may not have a chewing dragon sighting. Feels fitting that he reappears now in this very unusual match that we've just set up. Alright, so Murph seemingly... Oh, also, for what it's worth, Murph, just a heads up. If you do take a scribe snuff, it will force you to use 4 masteries on that exile. So just before you do that, just be aware of that.
Wish I could put quickness on 2 people, but I'd have to pay another mastery for that.
Alright, so it's 2 masteries on a Prayer Beads
Oh,
Pamatha.
yeah, I just freaking pick all of them.
Right, it just goes straight back to you.
It's
Now, you
customizable.
could check Lilac's scouting report, but in doing so, you would also give Lilac information, so up to you as to whether that seems worthwhile.
I will check, actually. Oh, wait, what? It doesn't show all 3. Whoa, what is this? Okay, it's Wild Heart, though.
Oh, man. At least the talisman
Lanthorn.
is
Yeah,
huge.
Last Laugh Lanthorn is like... It's pretty good.
that is not what Murph wanted to see.
Okay,
Hmm.
well... I mean...
Right, that was, what, a single mastery on a Speedy Jody, so that means that Murph has 1 left here. Oh,
I'm admittedly not looking at what I have.
okay. Murph, in that case, is taking this opportunity to peruse the scouting report.
Deeply study it. I'm not going to be able to see the 3rd one, but...
That is true, but I do think Murph has gathered some very important intel from that, and he goes for an Exploding Deluge in the last spot. So here we go.
Commence.
Lilac got Headwind, Volfred, and Tizo all Nightwings, but it's Murph getting us started with a 30 damage plunge from his demon. He did take Prayer Beads, but it was on Pamatha, I believe. There is Lilac seeing...
Headwind?
Headwind does in fact have a cursed talisman, but as we were saying with the first exile that Lilac had, I think that's reasonable.
No.
Lilac does, of course, also have the benefit of several Titan stars.
Where's the
4.
ball? Where is the ball?
It is over there in the corner. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were deliberately running into the corner or not.
I had crumbs on my desk for a second. I had to get rid of them.
This is top priority. Pyre can wait.
Crumbs cannot.
Exactly. Big block, sending Deluge flying. Lilac gets the orb back here with the Tizo. Ametha, down she goes. Just Volfred, but that is the tricky thing with Shax activating whenever everyone goes down on Lilac's team. Lilac's entire team then immediately returns. But Murph, able to throw this one over to the defense for a 10 damage throw from his worm. Black Hoof forces Headwind to drop the orb, and then he inadvertently drops the orb on Lilac's Pyre and sends it launched in the opposite direction. You don't see that every day. Now it is just Headwind for Lilac, so not a lot Headwind can do by himself. Murph capitalizes on that opportunity. Down goes Tizo. Once again, Headwind trapped here. So Murph gets it back, plunges here for 20. Now, Lilac does have a sap. We did not get to see the scouting report, though, on Volfred. He is the exile we know the least about. So we are not sure if he has any rekindling. We didn't get to see if there's any numbing gust. There could be, but it wouldn't activate because Shax basically cancels that out. There is 10 rekindling, though. So Lilac is still holding on here, but one more hit might be all that Murph needs to deplete Lilac's Pyre life altogether. Could this be it? No! It's 9 damage. Lilac holding on with 1. Sometimes
Thank you, Murph.
that's all you need. Oh, and Murph ever so close, but Jody goes down. Lilac can't pick up the orb with Headwind. But here's Tizo. Tries to find his way around Pamitha. Murph was ready. Here is Pamitha, but she's intercepted. Big explosion gets rid of all of Lilac's exiles, but that means they all return. What usually would be a good thing on this occasion, not so great. Once again, Black Hoof, Headwind, drops the orb right on top of the Pyre. It shoots back out. That time not quite as far, not quite as dramatic as it was on the previous occasion. But still pretty funny nonetheless. Pamitha. Trying to find a way past all these defenders. Tizo. Oh, Murph gets a lot of banishments there, but Lilac still gets the stop. Lilac continuing to insist on Headwind. Progressing with the orb, but that's not the easiest thing to do.
I don't want him to feel left out, okay?
He's feeling very included right now, don't worry. Here is Murph with an unblockable throw that could finish the job, but it's coming up short here. Lilac not quite quick enough to elude Jodariel. Can she elude Headwind? No, she cannot. He gets the stop. I don't think Lilac meant to go through that portal there. Almost a disaster, as that nearly opened up a game-winning score for Murph. He still has it with Pamitha, but down she goes.
I hear a motorcycle in the background.
My bad.
Was that your motorcycle?
Murph is playing this match on a motorcycle. Murph, I didn't think I was ever going to have to say this, but please do not ride and Pyre. do not Pyre and drive.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Murph has taken the win. Well, GG.
The right
Chewing
is
Dragon has
ended.
chosen something.
Uh-oh. GG.
Well played, you two.
No, yeah, I have to have my window open because otherwise my
Until the
roommate's super hot
next
because my
round.
roommates keep it on like 80 degrees in the winter.
Oh.
For a second, I thought you were going to say you have to keep the window open because your computer heats up so much from playing
I mean, that is
Pyre.
part of it, but I don't think Pyre is like a severe offender of that.
Nodding.
Also, I must say, Murph, I was very surprised to see that your first choice for a self-imposed Titan Star was Shaxx, which, at times, I think has been considered the most powerful
The
Titan
hardest
Star.
one. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't picking the weakest ones by my pick, but like, I don't know. I feel like if you're playing in multiplayer, you're almost used to playing against Shaxx because like every team has some type of like cheat death or typhoon bottle or, and really even the team that was randomized into there had Sacred Bond and probably Numbing Gust on the sap because it didn't have Guardian Shield.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know. It is pretty bad though. But because there was a Black Hoof, I was able to like kill 2 of them and then leave 1 alive.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well we do have a couple of requests here from Chewing Dragon. There's a Masteries
A
request
couple?
in which he says, choose the worst ones. And then for Exiles, he says, choose the worst ones. Parenthesis, objectively, close parenthesis.
Objectively.
Because obviously that is something that that can be assessed
Do you-
objectively.
Do you mean objectively the worst as characters or as like playability?
Objectively?
Objectively, Lilac. All I hear right now is subjectivity. We need
What I'm
objectivity.
wondering is, should I be running just 3 of the same Exile here or not?
Also, Chewing Dragon is asking you, Lilac, if you can turn pink. I mean, if you go Chastity, you kinda can. I think that's the pinkest triumvirate.
Alright. I will turn pink for you. Only for you.
Now that's just so wholesome. So sweet. Brings a tear to the
True
eye.
friendship. True friendship.
Chewing Dragon is very appreciative of this. Did we take
You're
any
welcome.
Titan Stars that boosted stats? We did, didn't we? Technically, I think we have a Titan Star hangover effect, so I'm just going to start this match and then immediately
Yeah,
restart it,
give
just so
him
that
presents.
Lilac doesn't have that. Then, in the meantime, Chewing Dragon says, don't worry, this will not end badly in any way
What?
whatsoever.
What?
Front.
May or may not have
Wh-
thrown an Illuminati sign in there, just
Why
to
did you wait? Why
further
did you
comfort you?
restart the- Why did you
Or
restart it?
resetting the hangover.
The night
Yeah,
is
just getting rid of that.
Okay.
You would have had
I thought-
every
I thought
exile
you
with
had
negative
something
with
against
-8 presence.
I thought you had something against the book,
Welcome.
Murph.
No, it wasn't me.
Who shall conduct
Are you?
the
Okay, so I have
rites?
to choose objectively the worst exiles.
And masteries.
Ow, my eye.
Harsh words, Lilac.
Wait, was talismans included or am I
No,
left?
like there was
no
something in
talisman
my
request.
eye.
Okay.
No, there was something in my eye that was.
I mean, you
causing
did
me
say that the
irritation.
moment that Murph clicked on Delbert, so it sounded
I
like you were
still
taking a
have
shot
to
at
I
Delbert.
didn't even know that.
For
I had a different.
masteries?
Wait, I switched tabs. I didn't even know he had Dalbert up.
I mean, I'm just saying, you might owe Delbert an apology here.
I'm sorry, Dalbert. Can you forgive me? Can you ever forgive me, Dalbert, for my transgressions?
Chewing Dragon also is trying to take responsibility for this
Delbert.
pain that you
What
just
do you
suffered.
mean it was your doing? What do you mean it was your doing?
Well, you turned pink, he says.
Manly.
Excuse me? That's illegal!
Wait, what? What? Did I do something
Whoa!
wrong?
Okay, you didn't think I would notice. You just tried to take Speedy Manly. Alright. I will admit, at first I was glancing away, but I looked over in time to see. Not
I kind
cool.
of forgot that.
Now,
I
if it
kind
were
of
the worst
forgot.
possible talismans, that would be the objectively correct choice. However, that was notably not one of the requests that Chewing Dragon just made, and therefore, that was way out of line.
Are you going to make me re-choose?
I'm thinking about it.
That's pretty harsh.
I mean, that's what happens when we get people who don't respect their Right Club history.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Not able to move here?
Nope.
Okay,
I
I'm
guess
gonna
I can use
try...
this.
Oh, is this you with the keyboard mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just try doing that, and I'm hoping once the match starts, you'll still be fine.
Worst exiles.
Well,
Maybe we should have kept the Titan Star hangover effect, given how we were going for the worst exiles.
True. Also, worst masteries.
Listen, I have nothing. Are you mad that I did that I? Okay, why are you mad that I picked Speedy Manly?
Because it is, like, rule number 1 of, defying the history of the Right Club. It's the first Civil War!
Ah.
Quarterback Manly versus Speedy Volfred, not Speedy Manly. Alright, it's Exploding
I had to
Lendl.
pick 4 masteries.
Did we have to?
I don't know. I mean, if you're not picking masteries, are you still picking the worst masteries? That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, no mastery is not the worst mastery, it's just no masteries. Or
Well, what if
fewer than all.
what if there are very few of a specific class that I consider to have the worst masteries?
Then you better pick the objectively worst class with the objectively worst masteries. Actually, Chewing Dragon said the masteries can be subjective. The
Also,
character
Chewing
has to
Dragon
be
said pick-
objective. The masteries can be subjective.
Chewing Dragon said pick the worst exiles. Like individual exiles.
Oh, you can't take this on a bird? I didn't know that. I was going to make these the worst masteries by taking the thing that doesn't let me cast.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can't pick the left side, so I guess I still have to do this. Is there anything else that makes casting bad?
Chewing Dragon says, I will need to recharge my eye pain power for a few weeks after this. Leech on Gareth is Lilac's final choice. So we have objectively the worst characters, subjectively the worst masteries for both players, and they seem to have gone in very different directions here.
I am very surprised you had nothing to say about me picking Gareth.
I mean, it was a little predictable.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, obviously I expected you to take him, given your history with Gareth.
I see. My lengthy history with Gareth.
Oh, I don't know, that explosive temper there from Murph was quite effective.
If I may say in my defense, a large part of my opinion on Gareth has been influenced by Chun Dragon.
Ah.
So shout out to Chun Dragon.
Manly banished. United.
Good luck charging up your eye pain power.
The orb quenches the flame.
I don't think that is a sentence that has ever been spoken before in the English language.
But maybe in a different language?
I don't know.
The fires wane. That's it.
Dalbert's
The orb
throw
sails forth
threads
into
the needle
flame.
there. Good for 15.
The rite is nearly ended.
The explosive temper has proved to be quite effective here for Murph. I wonder if
Wait,
this is going to make him reconsider going forward.
Do saps not have any kind of like walk cycle animation?
The adversary's flame.
I mean, I've always said Kerr is good
Fire stricken.
at killing people. That's like the only niche it has, but like it's not, killing people is not very good because you can just freely respawn with like a worm or a web lanthorn, or you get numbing gusted.
That was the last of them.
Chewing Dragon.
Typical.
Everyone down on Lilac's side, so Murph throws this in, but Lilac does have rekindling.
Burn. There.
Yeah, he's just sliding around.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him. He's a monster.
That's a bit harsh.
It is not in the least. Speedy Manly. Who do you think you are? Speedy Manly. That's complete and utter nonsense. It's a disrespect to the rights.
You're mad about this.
Not even like Manly won the first Civil War.
No mercy shown. Engulfed within the aura.
Gareth sidesteps the cast.
Banished from this place.
Murph wins it back here. Albert lines up the throw
GG.
and makes it in for the win.
Wings prevail.
GG.
Most excellently done this time, I must admit.
Well played, you two.
The rite is complete.
Alright, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And just want to check in if there is anyone else who is interested in getting in today. Let us know.
Like Chewing Dragon.
Maybe Chewing Dragon.
Oh yeah, so what was the definitely not bad thing that was going to happen at the end of this match, Chewing Dragon?
I don't know. Also, he said, Lilac, you can only choose one. Gareth or Siaga of Balin.
Who is that?
Who is Siaga of Balin?
Balenciaga.
Oh! In that case, I'm gonna say Gareth. Sorry.
Chewing Dragon
He
says
has a
he's
good-
going to sleep in 2 minutes, so probably means he will not be
That's
hopping
enough
in
time
here.
for a right.
That's enough time for like a couple of
Sure.
matches.
Yeah. Well, are you guys good to stick around?
Yeah.
Murph and Lilac?
Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let us know if there is anyone else who would like to get in. Otherwise, these two can still play a little while longer. And if it is these two, then let us know if there is anything we'd like to see between them. Chewing Dragon is asking
Okay.
if he can Titan Star right now. It might be on cooldown. I don't know, because we had one actually not that long ago. I'm not sure.
It is not on cooldown.
So the answer in that case would be probably yes, Chewing Dragon. Oh, Lilac does it for Chewing Dragon. Look at that. Yeah, I was gonna say, Lilac, are you sure you want to do that?
Yes.
Well, brace yourself,
sure.
because who knows what Chewing Dragon is about to cook up here. We may have just released the Kraken.
Don't you mean the Kraken?
Is that technically the correct pronunciation? I don't know.
Oh, I think that was a crocodile reference.
Yeah.
Ah.
Don't tell me you forgot about the crocodiles, Lids.
Oh no.
Don't tell me you forgot.
How could I? Chewing Dragon is asking if he can do a funny request for you, Lilac. Bear in mind,
All
Chewing Dragon's definition of funny may not be the same as your definition of funny.
I go on. I'm intrigued.
Alright. It seems Lilac accepts this offer. Just to confirm, you approve?
It depends on what the request is.
Chewing Dragon is seeking approval before he gives you the details.
I will preemptively approve.
Alright, there you go, Chewing Dragon.
Why are you doing sad face?
This was just as it was unclear as to whether you were going to accept his request.
Twitch chat messages do not have timestamps.
Oh. Okay. Chewing Dragon says you have to stay pink for a month.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could just play the chastity.
I can do that. I thought it was going to be something scary.
Rotor also says he is potentially available if anyone would like to swap out. Yeah, also you definitely did just invite this, Lilac. Chewing Dragon goes, oh, so that isn't scary?
Not particularly, at least not to me.
You realize you just opened the door to
Oh.
a world of hurt.
Oh no. I walked right into it.
For all we know, he deliberately lowballed us at the beginning. Gave us some really mild thing just to get us to let our guard down. And then that's when he hits us. Hits us
Oh,
hard
no.
with who knows what.
Oh no.
Sleep well, Lilac.
What?
Oh
What?
no. Illuminati symbol.
Thank you. Thank you, not Lids, Chewing Dragon.
Don't put that on me! You asked for this! You had many outs!
I got the names mixed up. I was trying to say I hope you
This
sleep well,
is on you,
Chewing Dragon.
Lilac. You willed yourself into this situation. No, Chewing Dragon! Don't put this on me! I had nothing to do with this!
Remember when I impersonated Lids that one time? Remember that?
But what, the right that you called?
Huh?
Are you referring to when, right, we had you commentate for a right at one point, didn't we?
Wait, no, not that one. The one where
Oh, that's what I thought you were referring to.
The one where I stole your profile picture on Steam.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
You're right, I'm sorry.
Millions of families suffer every year.
You're right, that was insensitive of me. But also, I am also Lids now.
Bears. Beats. Battlestar Galactica.
What? Pardon?
Have you not seen this episode of The Office?
I don't watch The Office.
This is like one of the most famous scenes in...
Murph, was that the sound of your computer falling off the desk, finally?
No, it was not.
Murph, tell me you are familiar with this reference.
I'm familiar with the reference.
Okay,
I also
thank
haven't
you.
seen The Office, but I do know.
Right. I mean, even if you haven't seen The Office, you have to know this
Let me tell you,
scene.
working in an office while having not seen The Office definitely like puts you in the out group like instantly.
Chewing Dragon is also thanking you, Murph, for putting him in the compilation or whatever you're calling the ensemble that you made earlier.
Just whatever ideas came to me put in. I wish I could have put more people in, but I couldn't think of.
You can make
enough
you
stuff.
can make a sequel. You can make a sequel.
I could.
Chewing
It took
Dragon
me
has
longer
said.
than I'd like to admit to make it. Though. I don't know if I will.
Chewing Dragon has now said you must choose exiles alphabetically. That's all.
Okay.
All
Second
right.
B.
Farewell, Chewing
I guess
Dragon.
let's commence. don't
I
know
hope that you
who's
sleep
up
well
north.
and do not experience eye pain.
Ooh, I wonder if that's a side effect of inflicting eye pain on others.
The night wings shall now fetch.
Oh, True Dragon says you can't choose the same exiles? Wait, but then that's a serious test of our alphabetical skills.
Who shall conduct
Gertrude
the
is
rites?
definitely pretty high. Oh my god.
Ulmer?
Almer. Is there any other A's?
Barker's B, he's up there.
I think this is a forced Almer for me. What kind of Almer am I feeling?
Alright, so Almer first, alphabetically speaking. No repeats from one team to the next, so I
Barker.
take it that means, yeah, Lilac is going next alphabetically, which I'm pretty sure is Barker. Unless there's someone else that I'm forgetting about.
Unless there's another A, in which case I should have checked it when I picked Almer. But I highly doubt we have anyone beating BA.
Alright, Speedy Barker for Lilac.
Or B's, or is it Burchard?
Oh, true.
I never like focused in on the first letter so much I didn't realize there's like a QR code overlaying it.
The SpongeBob V.
Oh, so you know that reference, okay.
Yeah? So what?
It's like the same time period. Not quite. Honestly, that's an older reference than the Office reference. I think.
Does the sir count?
It's a good question.
Hmm?
I don't know. You may have to decide for yourself. Or Murph might need to decide instead.
Like a Charlie or something.
I mean, there's the Stowaway who you can potentially name however you want, except
True.
in this case, her name starts with a T.
Could have been Bay.
A moment of silence for what we lost. Really, there. I lost the old man.
Done that.
No, okay, so now D, I'm saying Sir does not count, or it does count as part of their name, because it's what's in the QR code. B, C, D, E, F. G, are we going Gareth mode? I think we're going Gareth. Who would have known alphabetical teams gets you Almer Gareth on the same team?
Yeah.
That's gonna happen.
Dang.
Exile.
Double Savage for Murph.
Would it be Headwind, or are there any other G names? I can't remember now. I correct me if I'm wrong. Would
It's
it be
Headwind.
Headwind?
I don't
Yeah, I
it's
think
something
it is Headwind.
that's standing for Gareth.
Alright, so here we go with our alphabetical teams, which somehow landed us 2 characters of the same class on both teams. Double Savage for Murph, double Cur for Lilac. It is Murph getting us started with the Crone, Gertrude, Gareth, his throw, picked up after, but now... Oh, Lilac has it back. Brief moment of hesitation there. Oh, I have the orb right next to the Pyre. I guess I'll plunge. Good for 28, but it does mean that now Delbert is gone in this round. Series of banishments there for Murph. Setting up that 30 damage throw from Gertrude.
Let's see you Nightwings keep this up. Unfortunate.
Gertrude going crazy with another round of banishments there, and was sitting there right on top of the Pyre, ready to plunge as soon as the pass came her way. Barker. Gareth versus Dalbert. Gareth wins out. Throws this one in. Good for 10. But it does mean Lilac is still holding on here. At this point, 1 score likely all Murph would need.
It is done.
And
GG.
there it is.
The Nightwings prevail.
GG.
Their pyre yet
Or
burns with vigor
B,
and resolve.
A, and G.
Thus end
Bang.
this night's
Bang?
proceedings.
Murph had that in the bag. With Gertrude, Almer, and Gareth. All right. What?
Nightwings
Hmm?
versus
Did I accidentally?
Chastity.
Grudge match.
I did not mean to press the button.
Or wait, no, I won't. No.
Okay, well.
I was like, what is happening? I didn't mean to press that button.
Uh,
I don't know if the button was pressed, quite frankly. I think it was
Weird.
just the will of the scribes.
It's what the scribes
Someone check the
wanted.
replay.
Clip it.
Clip it. Hold on, I'm clipping it now.
All right. Well, we did have a minute ago. Iroder was saying he could potentially get in if anyone wants to swap out. So if either of you are interested in taking a break, we might have someone who could take your place. He said, by no means necessary, but if anyone wants to, he's happy to take a spot.
I'm good to go, good to stay.
Should I stay or should I go
Kind
now?
of the same way, I don't know.
Did you get an answer, Lilac, as to whether Pyre just had a mind of its own?
You clicked go again.
Oh,
Oh,
my bad.
my bad, y'all.
It was the will of the lids.
Apparently.
You just love the boat that much.
I mean, I don't have any control over what arena it goes to, but I knew. I could see the boat in the very bottom right corner of the screen, so I actually knew it was going to be a boat if I pressed the reset button.
I see.
What was that on the Titan Star selection screen where you saw that before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. If we do it infrequently enough that I don't know if we'll remember, but it's just an interesting little detail. All right, well, let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one here. Otherwise, of course, we could just leave it up to these two to do whatever they'd like. That is also an option.
So what are we doing? Are we like grudge matching to see who stays? Or
Oh, I mean, we could do that.
We could. Actually, hold on. I got an idea.
Oh.
not all.
Alright.
That's not all. Give me a second.
Oh, okay, customize off, at the very least. No masteries.
okay.
No talismans. Oh no.
That's it.
Okay. Are we still doing the grudge match?
Hold on.
Yes. What?
So-
What?
So what does that mean? Whoever wins stays on, whoever loses gets replaced by
Murph.
Iroder?
Ooh.
Murph, what's a set to fall?
Ooh. Imagine if
I
we
don't
got.
know. Who,
If,
does the
imagine if
winner
we.
get to leave, or just
Yeah, in that case, I don't know. You may have just made that significantly more confusing, Murph.
Yeah, we'll figure it out by the end of the right, surely.
How about this? The person who wins gets to decide whether they stay or whether their opponent stays.
If I win, I get to decide whether or not Murph stays another right night. I hold the
Just
power.
like the end of the game.
Oh. Alright, well let's get this one started. We'll see with customize off, no talismans, no masteries. Also, hopefully Iroder is still available. I don't know if he is or not. Theoretically, those are the stakes, but if Iroder is off now, AFK, then that may not be the case anymore.
The night wings.
Let's see what we end up with, though. For Murph, it's a harp, a sap, and a worm.
No.
For Lilac, it is a demon, a crone, and a cur.
Praise be to
And remember, it's just the base exiles. Nothing else to support them here. No masteries, no talismans, but no problem for Murph. He'll plunge for 20 with Tamitha. Obviously, that means with no talismans that anyone who plunges is going to be gone for a round. So to the extent possible, you'd think the players would want to make a point of going the throwing route here, but Murph plunges again, this time with his worm. So now Gilman is gone. Tamitha. Blocked by Bertrude. But then banishes Bertrude alongside Rookie. Jody returns in time to get rid of Tamitha. Rookie cut off by Palmas, who was cut off by the barrier on a couple of occasions there. Lilac able to sneak through, but Palmas gets his revenge. Charges up the throw, but without the extra throwing speed talisman, it takes quite a while for those saps to charge up the throws. It's one of those luxuries it's easy to take for granted sometimes. But there's a harp push for Murph, setting up a 20 damage plunge on Tamitha. Palmas trying to move in. Potentially set up a safe place from which to throw the orb with his sapling, but it looks like it's gonna come up just a little bit short.
Yes.
Murph, I think, trying to get rid of the orb so that he can replace the sapling a little bit closer, but it took a few tries. Eventually, gets it to work out here. Is he safe from that spot? He is.
Orb has hit the mark.
So it does work out. It's 22 damage, which means a full damage sap score, or a near full damage sap score, would be enough. If anything else, wouldn't quite do the trick. That throw is intercepted, so it's back with Lilac here. Rookie goes in reverse and doubles back, but does still get banished by Gilman. Palmas moves in, as does Tamitha. Tamitha potentially looking to sacrifice Palmas to the Blood Gods. The Palmas shields off and may be able, to get the winning throw in, except Lilac speeds forward with Bertrude and gets a key interception there. Potentially a game-saving one at that. There are some ranges from which those sap throws are unblockable.
Bye now.
Lilac with a few banishments here. Murph, now with Gilman. Patiently, waiting for the right opportunity. Does the worm salute, which of course he doesn't have any ability for. Does get a worm throw. Now that is not enough damage, but after that 11 damage, it means Lilac is now sitting on 12. So Tamitha is in range. Palmas, or it was always in range. Lilac plunges for 25 here, but now it is also possible for even Gilman to have enough damage. Now in that case, would need to be very close to max damage once again. Murph is just throwing Palmas out there as a sacrificial lamb. But it is working. Lilac defenseless. Palmas misses! And Lilac gets a save from Rookie.
Oh, Murph.
And Rookie avoids the defender. Plunges here for 15. Don't call it a comeback. Murph with Gilman. Down he goes. Now Bertrude for Lilac. Blocked there. Gets it back, but gets banished. Murph moves forward. Palmas sets up the sapling. Relatively advantageous position. Charges up the throw. As I said, from some ranges, that throw is unblockable, but Lilac okay on that occasion. Bertrude gets it. But can't speed past Tamitha. Down goes Palmas. Tamitha versus Jody. Jody wins out there. Down goes Jody, but now the orb is unclaimed. Opportunity for Murph. Seals the deal.
My fate is in your hands.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Scribes
Forgot about
themselves
this.
surely have
Well,
Forgot?
let's just confirm. I wrote her, are you still available?
Oh yeah, I guess it's already here.
Before you come up with your decision, Murph, let's just figure out if he is still available. Okay, Murph, you are on the spot in that case. This is actually what Murph looks like IRL at the moment.
I mean, I did play iRotor yesterday, so I may relinquish actually.
All right, up to
But
you.
at the same time, the connection was kind of rough yesterday, and now we have a dedicated
Well, I'd be
host.
fine with relinquishing.
Okay, I want to try playing iRotor again with potentially
Alright.
better connection.
All right. Well, in that case, Lilac, I suppose that means you have been liberated.
Farewell.
GG's, Lilac.
GG's. Thank you.
Fare thee well in the Commonwealth.
Fare thee well.
All right, let me just reset this stuff before I forget. And then iRotor, I'll send you an invite. I was gonna say, that is, once you are online, Steam does not seem to be working. Let you restart? Okay. Hopefully, it cooperates. Otherwise, I don't know, did we just throw Lilac into the Shimmer Pool for no reason? Hopefully not. Lilac's like, oh. Oh, okay, hold on. Lilac might have a request here. Oh no. Lilac was just waiting to not be in. Says, Murph, pick a number.
Uh-oh.
I thought we were gonna get one of these
Wait.
earlier on. It did not happen, but now as soon as Lilac is out, that's the first thing Lilac says.
Is there a number range that has it been expanded or shrunk? Where are we
Yeah.
at?
3072.
Because otherwise I'm thinking like 6 or maybe 7.
Murph. You can't do this, Murph. Come on, man. Of all the numbers. Was that deliberate?
Yeah.
Lilac says, all right, I'll take that as a 7. Now Lilac gets it. Alright, Lilac says it's Goals Bracer, Solium's Horn, and Thorned Knot, Critical Strike, and Keen Eye on Glade of the... Is this for both players, Lilac? Yes, okay. Goals Bracer, Solium's Horn, Thorned Knot, Critical Strike, and Keen Eye on the Glade of Lu. So lots of
So
cast-oriented
to
stuff
have
here.
all of those things on our team, or is this like the only talismans we're allowed to take?
I assume that's a requirement that you have all of the above.
Okay. Keen Eye. What is Keen Eye? I don't remember.
Keen Eye is what you need to find iRotor on your Steam friends list, because he does still seem to be battling Steam right now.
Uh-oh.
Come on, iRotor. We believe in you. And Lilac confirms, yes, all of the above. I mean, I did, at least on my end, I did need to update Steam earlier today, which may be something that iRotor needs to do now. I don't know. It sounded like it might have been something a little more extreme than that. Computer seems to have some issues at the moment. Oh no. Keep you updated if you can fix it. Alright, well I take that to mean you might need some time, in that case, to sort things out there. Hopefully, you can find a solution. But might we need to get someone else in the meantime, iRotor? Is that fair to say? Probably? Okay. Well, in that case, is there anyone else who would like to hop in here? Or are we about to re-banish Lilac back to the downside immediately after getting liberated? Phaler says he can jump in. Okay, perfect. In that case, we can do some Murph versus Phaler matches here. Phaler, as a heads up, you may or may not have just seen, but Lilac does have a series of casting-oriented requests for both players' setups here in this match. Okay, invite should be on its way, Phaler.
And I guess we're also forced onto at least Nomad and Demon.
Yeah, but Goals Racer, Solium's Horn, so yes, that needs to be Nomad, needs to be Demon. Thorn Knot, you could take on anyone, though. Okay, Phaler is in.
Still is Keen Eye a mastery for a specific character, or is that a... I mean, it can't be a talisman, because we've already got 3 talismans.
Phaler... And...
Is Keen Eye the... Is that the right side Cur mastery? It gives you range?
It might be?
Yeah.
That would mean Cur is forced as the third one? Okay.
Phaler says yes. Alright. Let's hop in then. Goals Bracer, Solium's Horn, Thorned Knot, Critical Strike, and Keen Eye on the Glade of Loom.
We're forced to have the casting legendary talismans for 2 of them, but then Thorn Knot instead of the casting legendary for the Cur.
That's true.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Just like the... Oh, we don't have an NPC Cur, because there's already 3 of them.
We know a lot of what we're gonna see with these 2 setups. They'll be very similar from one team to the next, but there is still a little bit of room for flexibility here. So yeah, Keen Eye, extra range on the cast. This is also one of, if not the smallest arena in the game, which for casting-oriented teams means gonna be very easy to banish your opponents.
Headwind.
Alright, so there's the Critical Strike, Goals Bracer Snadra. Phaler took his Goals Bracer Nomad in the first spot. That's another small factor, as the players already mixing up the order of their characters a little bit. Solium's Horn on Jodariel. It's Murph's last selection. We know we're going to see Solium's Horn on a demon for Phaler as well, though I think the masteries are all up to the players for this particular character, so again, small place where we could see a bit of a difference between Murph and Phaler's team. Here we go. First matchup of the day between Murph and Phaler. And we are going to see a lot of these big casts. Phaler getting us started with a few power casts from his Nomad, although actually cuts that throw slightly short there. Just 19 rather than the maximum of 20. We'll have to see. That could be statistically insignificant. Or it may mean we're going to have ourselves a 1 Pyre life situation later on. Phaler's back. This time getting the full 20 with the plunge, and of course no prayer beads in this match, so any plunge means that character is going to be out for the entire round, unless, actually is possible, players could have gone all the way in on the right side of the Cur tree for the built-in prayer beads, though I kind of doubt that was the case. As Phaler goes in for a 30 damage demon plunge, and now immediate answer from Murph, from his Cur. Everyone down on Murph's side, so time for Headwind to throw this in, and also Leech. 20 damage, 10 Leech, net 30 points of value there. Phaler, a little sidestep, setting up that plunge. Now no Headwind. Everyone banished. Looks like Dalbert will be the first to return for Phaler. He can sneak in a throw before Murph can get any defenders back. One score might be all that Phaler needs at this stage. Right now it's Jody against Dalbert. Dalbert wins out. But by the time he gets the orb back, we see several more characters return from banishment. AD for Phaler. Hops his way over, but down he goes. As does Dalbert. And I think we just saw both players who are used to having a triple hopping Cur only having 2 jumps and realizing they couldn't quite go as far as they usually do, but on that occasion, Phaler is able to make it in for a winning Cur plunge.
Did not even come close.
GG.
The rite is done.
Well played, you two. Alright, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one. And like you said, iRotor, just let us know if you do have any breakthroughs. But in the meantime, we'll act on the assumption that this will remain Murph against Phaler. So is there anything we'd like between these two? We just had a bunch of casting-oriented setups. Lilac ran out of customize ops. And Zed says, alright, let's go to the boat to cope with this strategy. So we have the arena locked in. Is there anything else? If not, then we'll leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. But not seeing anything here, so why don't we... Oh, except... Alright, Lilac, just as we're loading in, says all demons.
The Night Wings shall take on the fate.
Does Orlek count? Or is he in his own
Who shall
category?
conduct the rites?
I figured when I saw you type that in, I glanced down at my keyboard and saw, oh, that button is right next to the enter button. I bet Lilac was just spamming the enter button and happened to hit it enough times that accidentally pressed that and then enter again, and that may or may not have been how that happened. And Orlek is allowed, for what it's worth. Obviously,
Demon.
we know everyone's taking demons. I suppose there is some question as to whether players might deviate a little bit statistically by taking Orlek. Less glory, but significantly better quickness and a little bit better presence as well. much lower hope. Titan Tooth.
That's crazy. That's what I was
Invisible
thinking of doing. But I thought I was being cute.
All right, fun police.
Well, now I feel even more than justified in doing it.
I would say,
Ignatius.
you know, obviously on the boat with demons, we're expecting lots of jumps, and so to try to deny those is a little mean. On the other hand, Titan Tooth does tend to send the opponents who you block flying even further than usual, so we might see a different type of boat magic than we usually see. Keep your eyes peeled for when people get stunned with Titan Tooth. They may get catapulted to the other side of the map.
Bye-bye.
But here we are, all demons on the boat, neither player opting for Orlek, so all straightforward demons. Valor got close, but dispossessed.
Wherever did the
Murph is now
lightnings
defenseless.
go?
Valor with a little bit of time to work with here.
The Fates
Enough
have made their mark upon the flame.
to get a full 30 damage demon throw in there.
The orb is taken.
Oh, there's a little boat magic. More of the slipping and sliding that we were seeing earlier today. Definitely had more of that than the huge leaps. At least as of this stage. And that probably would have been a very dramatic Titan Tooth effect, if not for the edge of the arena halting Murph in place. Valor, able to plunge this time for 30. It means that he now does not have Vids in this round. Instead, going to work with Iggy. There are the finger guns.
The orb. Oof.
Once again, the Titan Tooth. Murph got the banishment, but needed to wait a few seconds before he was able to move again. We need the Titan Tooth stuns to happen in the middle, or even on the opposite edge of the arena, so that the opposing character goes flying the entire length of the map. None of this Titan Tooth stuff right next to the wall. We're not getting the full effect of it.
The orb.
I mean, yes, it's still stunning, obviously, but just not as dramatic. There's a slip and slide for Murph this time. Setting up a 30 damage demon plunge.
Yes.
Ring around the rosy in the middle, but everyone is now down for Murph. Valor moves in with Iggy, knocks back the defender, and that sets up more finger guns plunging.
The orb is up.
Jody for Murph. Down she goes. Now Jody for Valor. Opts to get rid of the orb there. And that was risky, because dropped it right next to the Pyre, and Murph was able to sneak through, pick it up, and immediately plunge. Here's Murph now with Jody.
Now there's
Following up with a 30 damage plunge here.
there.
Valor with Iggy. Gets banished by the opposing Iggy.
All banished.
Now suddenly just Valor's Jody. Getting some reinforcements with Ignarius. Those demons, at least when they are not actively jumping over the puddles, are not that quick.
Glory to the scribe.
Ooh, but Valor does manage to sneak through there. 30 damage plus some leech as well. And that means one score is potentially all Valor needs. Not sure that Murph took any leech, and it won't matter here, as with that score, Valor takes the win.
It was a glorious performance, I must
GG.
say. The rite is done.
Well played, you two. Alright, and Iroder does say that he now has Steam working once again.
Until the next rite.
So we can theoretically get Iroder back. Lilac says, okay, grudge match time. I'm not sure if Lilac is referring to Murph versus Iroder. That was originally what we were going for. I know we only just got Phaler in, but Phaler, do you mind if we swap you back out to get our rotor in here?
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks for stopping by. Good to get you in. Oh, Lilac said Murph has to fight Phaler to see who goes free. I mean, there are all these various combinations we could have done. We could have said, well, Rotor and Murph were trying to do a match earlier, so we should do them. Or we should do, you know, a bunch of ways we could rotate around. But let's get our Rotor in for at least a little bit here, as he has not yet played. Okay, here we are. Rotor, and no longer the Fate, instead the Withdrawn. Okay. So let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for this one. This would obviously be Rotor's first match of today's RITE Night. So if we don't have anything in mind, we can leave it up to the players, and maybe for the sake of the grudge match, we leave it that way here. Not immediately seeing anything anyway. So let's get this one started.
The Night Wings shall now.
We're back at the Glade.
Withdraw.
Yeah, no, that was random. I had to second guess myself for a second. Like, did I forget to set it back to a random map? But no, that was 2 matches ago when we found ourselves here. Alright. Power casting Snadra in the first spot for Murph. Rotor goes Banishing Throws on Dalbert. Big rekindling on a Typhoon Bottle of Volfred for Murph in the second spot. Answered by a Prayer Beads Almer for Iroder. Speedy Tizo is Murph's last choice. Whereas Iroder goes Speedy Viz Paulette. So here we go, our first matchup of the day between Murph and Iroder. Apparently these guys were playing each other a few days ago, but now we have a rematch, and Murph able to plunge in here with Snadra for 20. She's now going to be gone in this round. Tizo almost eluded Viz Paulette there, but Iroder gets the stop and gets the score with Almer. And he had Prayer Beads, so he's back. Viz Paulette now knocks back one defender and sets up the 30 damage plunge. And opportunity here for Murph
Sandra's aim
That's
was
a
true.
20 damage score and also 10 leech from Snadra there.
Now then,
Murph anticipating the Savage was going to teleport and had a cast ready to go as soon as Ulmer arrived.
will I dare
And that's extra damage, courtesy of that left side Imp Mastery. So 25 from Tizo there. Vanishing Throw from Dalbert. That helped to set up this plunge. That's good for 20. Ulmer, a little bit of black magic on that jump. That leaves just Vizpaleth here. Down she goes, and that means Iroder is momentarily defenseless, at least until Ulmer makes his return, but he's banished. And that means another opportunity here for Snadra to throw for 20 and leech for 10. And that means we are tied back up here. 50 Pyre life apiece. Iroder plunges for 20. The voice does maniacal laughter.
the withdrawn hunger to prevail.
Snadra this time taken out. Ooh, and there's the sneaky teleport with the Savage Salute.
Exiles remain banished.
20 more damage. And it means one score, potentially all Iroder needs, except that I do believe we saw Murph take a lot of rekindling, and he also still has this leech from Snadra, which has really started to add up. If not for that, then we would have already seen this rekindling proc, but here it is, it's 50. Oh, there's another black magic jump from Iroder, almost landing, but not quite enough on it. Snadra again, 20 damage, 10 leech, and now at this point that means one score for Murph could be all that he needs. Don't think Iroder has any leech. Don't think that math is going to change. He jumps in here. That's 20 damage. Ulmer is back, though. That time Murph was expecting the teleport, but it never arrived. That time it did, though. And Tizo wins the race to the Pyre, and in doing so, Murph takes the win.
And such a well-conducted victory it was.
GG.
The ceremony is complete.
Well played, you two. Alright, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
Alright, and it is starting to get a little late. What I'm wondering is... I guess actually, let me first ask Phaler. I know we got you in for a little bit, but we then proceeded to boot you out relatively soon thereafter. Would you like to potentially get back in, Phaler, before we wrap things up? Or should we have Murph and Iroder be the final matchup of the day? Because if we are potentially getting Phaler back in, then maybe we just do one more between Murph and Iroder, and then we can get Phaler back in so he has a little more time to play today. But that depends on Phaler's interest and availability. He says no worries. Alright. Well, in that case, maybe we can double down on Murph versus Iroder. So if there is anything we'd like to see between these two, then let us know. We can make it happen. Otherwise, of course, we could always just leave it up to the players. That works too. Not seeing anything at the moment. Lilac says, I choose peace. Alright, why don't we hop back in then?
The Night Wings versus...
And we find ourselves at the Nest of Triesta.
Welcome.
No requests from chat,
Who shall conduct the rites?
so everything is up to the players here. Murph, that means throwing range on Rookie. You don't see that very often. That's intriguing. And then I saw Iroder take a cur and start mousing over in that same direction. I was wondering if Iroder was going to be like, alright, sure, I'll take that invitation. Almost took the same talisman on the same class. But instead went for banishing throws. Now, speed throwing Volfred. Don't worry, it's not quarterback Volfred. It's not as blasphemous as what we saw earlier today with Speedy Manley. Oof. Prayer beads on Ulmer in the second spot for Iroder. Now another offensive messenger imp for Murph there. And Speedy Jodario in the last spot for Iroder.
Now begin blast.
Albert goes down. Series of banishments in quick succession there. And there's the throw from Murph. The extra range on Rookie. It's good for 14 there. Lots of unusual throwing mechanics from the Curs. It's banishing throws for Iroder, though on that occasion he scores directly with it for 12. It's range for Murph. Other stuff more along the lines of what we tend to see. The banishing throws on the curves, not that out of the ordinary, I suppose. As Iroder plunges in for 20 there with Ulmer. There is the banishing throw. Thank you for demonstrating it, Iroder. Teleports to the orb, Ulmer does, but he goes down in the process. Rookie, a little bit of pinball there. Not sure that's what Murph was looking for. Jody goes down to the sapling. Well placed. Oh, and Murph still had the cur hanging out there. Had to cut the throw a little bit short, though. Just 8. Rookie. This time his throw is intercepted. Ulmer plunges. Once more for Iroder.
The orb is up.
Now Delbert trying to snipe. His throw is a little bit short. Same cannot be said for Murph's Rookie, though. Curs collide, and that's the second time that's happened. Only for Murph to have the cur land in the pit of lava, while the same could not be said for Iroder's cur. It's only a 2-second respawn time if you do end up in the lava, so not the worst thing in the world, but it is kind of funny nonetheless, as here is Iroder plunging for 30 with Vids Palette, and that means one score is potentially all that Iroder needs, though Murph does have a sap. I don't remember how much rekindling he has, but he did take a lot last time. That may be the same story here. Rookie goes down to Ulmer's cast. Ulmer teleports, but Messenger Imp able to chase him down. Here is Messenger Imp, but he goes down. Snipe from Rookie is intercepted, and oh! For a second, it looked like Murph had done just enough to get a last-second save there, but then the throw, somewhat unexpectedly, sneaks through, and it almost does enough, but Murph holding on with 3 Pyre life here. As I said, I don't know definitively, but I think Murph has some rekindling, as now he plunges in for 25 with Messenger Imp. Rookie. His throw intercepted. Oh, it's Jody, not Vids Palette. I'm just so used to Iroder taking Vids Palette. I just assumed that it was. Well, here's an opportunity.
A blessing keeps the pyre burning hot.
It is 50 rekindling. Everyone down on Iroder's side. Time for Murph if he's quick, but it's usually not the case for the saps. Iroder actually retreats a bit there. Gives Murph a bit of a chance. But Iroder gets it back nonetheless. it's Jody plunging for 30. That means one more of those, or an Ulmer or Dalbert plunge, and that could be all that Rotor needs. Oh, and Murph throw just didn't quite work out. On this occasion, does get it, but has to cut it a little bit short as he saw another Exile spawning back in for Rotor. Only about half the damage he would have liked to have gotten there. But into the lava he goes accidentally. Those imps, they can accidentally sprint in there. Most characters will stop on the edge. Imps are a bit of an exception. Murph back defensively as Rotor attacks from two different angles. But with Jody going down, now it's a little more predictable here. But instead, it's Dalbert. His throw just off the mark, or at least a little bit short. Murph has it back. Loses the imp, has a dangerous portal, but it won't matter here, as with that plunge, Rotor is the winner. GG.
Perhaps they do deserve their freedom after all.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
All right, well, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
Apparently, Vizpaleth is the GOAT, according to Lilac. Well, I think it's getting late enough that this may very well end up being our penultimate rite, our last one in which we take any requests before we go into our liberation rite. So, in that case, let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for this one. This would be our last chance to make that happen. If not, then of course we could always still just leave it up to the players. Not immediately seeing anything here, though. So maybe we will just have this be all the players' choices. Oh, hold on. Murph says no cheating the respawn timer / numbing gust effects, as we randomly end up
Welcome.
at the Fall of Solium. A bit of a warm-up for the Liberation Rite, it seems.
The respawn timer. Also something like the harp mastery.
No respawn, like Web Lanthorn, Sacred Bond.
Also no respawn thing. So but
Yeah.
like shortening respawn time.
Yeah, I'd say like Hope or shortening respawn time's fine. But no.
I think like harps, for example, have the mastery where you banish someone, you come back sooner next time, I think.
Yeah, it's probably fine. Yeah.
I think it's
That's not
actually
cheating.
bugged and that's always active, if I remember correctly. Fela may correct me on this.
Oh, really?
If you pick the first one.
Wait, what is this?
I think I remember something like that. Well, maybe I'm remembering wrong.
Basically the idea was no instant respawns, nothing like the
Okay.
like neither of the worm opening things are allowed basically. So I guess this is a no worm request.
Baylor says hang on, he might just be fact-checking that statement.
Unless you want a mastery-less worm, I guess.
He says,
Maybe we should
Winged
actually
Fury
fix that at
always
some point,
triggers
because
Relentless
that's
Pursuit's
absolutely
effect.
not intended. It's not like harp need that. Maybe I have to look into it at some point for more, but for now it's just bug. Not like harp are underpowered. Even without it.
It's quick throwing
Oh, I took another
Volfred.
Hold on.
Oh, did you just...
I meant to not take
Always
it.
have it style
I meant to
hard.
just go right side, but I didn't do it.
The Night Wings shall take
All
over.
Alright, it is no longer
Withdraw.
a warm-up
Yes, yeah.
liberation, right?
Welcome.
That was actually why Murph did that.
Who shall conduct the rites?
No do it. Don't do it, Murph.
No.
I saw you mousing over it. Making me nervous.
Make sure I don't accidentally take some of it. Cheats it, because there's a lot of things. Oh, now I've mixed up the talismans. What have I done?
Oh no.
Sometimes it's normally it's alphabetical order. I feel.
Must have
Oh
something
wait,
to do
what?
with
You're right. I did
resetting
not even
after I
realize
click
that.
on.
Wait, some of them are in the same place. Triesta's plume is in the same spot. Is that the only one though? Scribe Rock on Snadra in the second spot for Murph. Speedy Pamitha for Iroder. Super Portal Speedy Tizo for Murph. And for Iroder, we'll go all in on the harps with extra starting Pyre life from the talisman.
Begin. Now to the flame. No.
Shoulder Smash deletes Tamitha. But then Snadra gets deleted by a fell swoop.
The withdrawn of the
Iroder
foes
gets
to
us
strike
started with a
hands
20
at
damage plunge.
flame.
Exploding Sapling, well, looked as though Iroder was technically still shielded. Doxiana, Flappy harps her way in, shakes his head in disapproval.
'Tis taken.
She gets shoulder smashed this time round. Now Snadra on the attack.
Worthy show from Sandra the Unseeing.
20 damage plunge, plus 10 leech, but now no Snadra in this round, and Iroder with a humongous cast there.
Flame is stricken.
Yeah, I mean, that deleted is a word I would definitely use in this situation,
Tamitha flung the orb into the flame.
in addition to the occasional shoulder smash. As Iroder is getting very aggressive with those fell swoops. Getting good value from them more often than not. As demonstrated just then.
A rather cunning trick. Now go on just once more.
Zoxiana, Hamatha, back to Zoxiana. Only her at the moment. She does go down, and it means momentarily defenseless is Iroder, but does get Tamitha back in time to intercept that throw. Oh, and somehow Murph snuck in a throw there. Murph tried to shield off that fell swoop, but Iroder was deceptive with the timing. Loses a couple of harps in that exchange, though, so now just Zoxiana.
So much for Wilfred.
But she gets rid of one of the defenders. Now some reinforcements with Tamitha. Snadra can only be in one place at a time, but
So douse them higher.
still Murph able to get the job done, and that sets up an imp score there.
Sorry, Wilfred. One triumvirate stands
Murph
on the
defenseless
post.
now, and that means Iroder can score, but Murph has rekindling. It's only 10 on this occasion, so it means now Iroder may be able to finish the job with one score, and that could have been it right there. As Iroder went for the harp push, came up a little bit short on that occasion, but here and now, Iroder gets the job done.
Accomplished
GG.
effortlessly, I might add.
Well played, you two.
The rite is
Titan Tooth
ended.
didn't exist. This mastery might actually define the meta on the board. It's really good here.
Yeah,
Alright.
what's that? I really did not adjust my team for being
Until
on
the
the smallest
stars
map versus the
align.
longest map.
To be fair, I also would have taken that comp on Fall of Sodium. It has nothing
yeah.
to do with the map.
It would have been
But it is really good
nice for
here.
me to be able to set up my sapling and actually like try to fight back, but I really did not have the time on the book.
I have to shield that probably. But you didn't have Guardian Shield, right?
Yeah,
Just a singular shield.
I went for the casting.
Well,
Or
speaking of...
threaten it. It's for me, but like that's a bad comp for it because you don't have like curl jump or whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of Fall of Solium, I think it is time for our final rite of the night, our liberation rites. No requests from chat for this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style, and if you are ready, then let us begin.
Hear me, exiles. You are gathered at the fall of Solium. Here you may step closer to achieving freedom. Let us determine which of you is the superior. Night Wings, stand ready. The withdrawn stand ready. The rite shall begin forthwith.
Alright, so as I was saying, this will be our final rite of the night, our liberation rites. No requests from chat for this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams to finish things off in style. We thought we were going to get a bit of a preview in the previous match as we had randomly rolled the Fall of Solium, but then we had to reset and we did not ultimately end up there. But now it's the real deal. It's Bertrude in the first spot for Murph.
Exile.
Titan Tooth Zoxiana in the first spot for iRotor. Murph also takes Titan Tooth. In his case, it's on Pamitha.
Tamatha.
Typhoon Bottle Tamitha for iRotor.
Wait.
Oh,
pick the
yeah,
spot,
you have
pick
a
the
hangover
spot, pick the
effect.
spot.
Careful.
Yeah. I was already trying to-
iRotor, I'm like, no, don't do it.
Wait, why,
But
is,
Fun's still on teaser.
why is Raji Tizo? Anyone else seeing this?
Well, he's just in Nightwing's colors.
Oh, true. Oh my god. I don't know what's happening. I keep losing control.
Webbed Lanthorn Raji is Murph's final selection. We did see Triple Harp in the previous match for iRotor, and he said he would have taken it at the Fall of Solium, but that's not what he goes for here. Instead, it is Speedy Vizpaleth. And here we go for our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. Murph on the left representing the Nightwings, and iRotor on the right representing the Withdrawn. Best of luck to you both. There it
The
is.
withdrawn have proved their worth.
GG.
Tournament.
Rather convincingly, I
I
must
grab that
admit.
once in a while.
Well played,
Just
you
like
two.
that, yeah.
Thus ends the
It was
liberation
better back then
rite.
because in that tournament we still had the start of round in one of those.
Yeah, that would help.
Thanks for the rides.
Yeah, GG's.
GG's, guys. I will hop out of Discord, but I will catch you guys next time. Alright, let me just boot them from Steam Remote Play while we're at it as well, or they will both leave of their own accord simultaneously. That works too. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Murph still needs to be freed. Be free, Murph! Alright, well, as I was saying, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite, so thank you everybody who participated in the rite today, and everyone who gave us the requests in chat as well. This was Pyre Community Rite Night, and if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining the Rite Club Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these Rite Nights, and my streaming schedule is when I'm not scrambling to finish a build guide video before the next update in a couple of weeks, or maybe 3. Path of Exile 2 on usually Wednesday nights. Then Friday nights, we're doing Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Saturday is Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. And then Sundays, obviously this, Pyre multiplayer. Then Lids Vids on YouTube as well, posting the VODs for all those streams. So if you missed anything, you can catch that stuff there as well. Also doing some Hades 2 videos straight to YouTube, in addition to those aforementioned Path of Exile 2 build guide videos, the latest of which you can check out right there. But if you haven't done so yet already, of course, you can also hit the follow button to get a notification when I go live. Also at Lids Vids on Twitter. I post there when I go live as well. But actually, the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is my Discord, which you can join by clicking on that link right there. But that's going to be it for me for tonight. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll catch you next time.